this is okay. So this is my habit tracker. These are the habits I track. Green is I've done it, red is I haven't done it. This is okay though. And I know in previous videos I've said doing it when you don't feel like doing it is the difference. Doing it on the days when you don't want to do it is the difference. But I want to explain why this is okay. Doing it when you don't feel like doing it is the difference. It's doing it when it's pissing down rain outside. It's doing it when you're feeling a bit lethargic or a bit tired. It's doing it when you can't be bothered to do it. It's doing it when you're coming up with a million excuses not to do it. That is when you need to be doing it. But you also need to not do it to make the difference. That might not make any sense to you whatsoever. But for example, doing it when you're ill, run down, feeling unwell, is that going to be beneficial, or is it going to be then beneficial to rest your body? Doing it when you're going through a trauma or a physical or something that physically and emotionally takes all of your energy, doing it then, is that going to benefit your body or is it going to make it worse? Like, that's okay, because I was in a situation where I couldn't physically think or do anything but what I was doing at that time. That time, my main priority was doing exactly what I was doing, where I was doing it, nothing else mattered. That is what is important. It's important to understand when to do it and when not to do it. Because if you're doing it when you shouldn't be doing it, it's going to do more damage than good. And it's being self-aware. It's understanding when to do it and when not to do it. So, for example, the Monday, I did it. I went and did it. Did I want to go and do it? No, I didn't. But that was me understanding the difference in the way I felt, the difference in whether I was ready or not. And I was ready on Monday to go and do it, but I didn't want to go and do it. But that's the day where you have to go and do it. The other days I couldn't. I physically, emotionally, I couldn't do it. But when I knew I could, that is when you have to go and do it. I don't know if this is making sense, but what I'm trying to get to maybe is to say, this is the start of a whole year. This is just the start of a year. And if you look and scale out to that whole year, that's going to be one little dot throughout the whole 52 weeks of a year. That's fine. It's fine to have a week like that. It's fine to have 2 weeks like that, 3 weeks like that in a year. If you need to take that break or need to take that rest or need to recover or need to do whatever it is you need to do, your body, and knowing yourself and knowing what you're capable of, will tell you whether you can do it or not. But when you scale out, that's nothing. That's not a setback. That's you resting and recovering and doing exactly what you need to be doing at that time. The important thing is you don't let that go on longer than it needs to go on. And you in yourself will know. You in yourself will know when you're ready and whether you're making an excuse or you physically can't do it. And the days that you physically can't do it, that's fine. You take that break, you take that rest, you recover. But on the days that you can do it, but you don't want to do it, that's the days that you need to be doing it. So the start of my year, things happened that I didn't even think could happen. And the way I had it in my head didn't go to plan. But that's okay, because life happens and things are more important. And it's about looking at the long-term picture rather than the short-term picture. So actually, that for me, even though it's all red, that for me is a success, because I know where my time went and I know how valuable that was. So if you begin to fall out of place or drop off of what you're trying to do, the most important thing is to just pick it back up when you know you can and when you know you're ready. So in summary for this video is know yourself, know when you can do it and when you can't do it, and when you're making excuses and when you're not making excuses, and do it on the days where you physically can. And when you physically can't, don't beat yourself up about it. It's the tiniest dot in the journey. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you next week.